Hello, my loves. Johanna Burkhardt here. I have a message from the guides that I would like to bring through. For those who don't know me or just finding me, I am a multi-dimensional channel teacher and healer, and I connect with many different galactic collectives and different conscious collectives, including my own personal team that I channel. There was something that I was going to bring through on the energy update, but I think that I had given so much information, and I think that I was getting to a point where it might have gotten mixed up and not really heard, and so I didn't talk about it. But today, I've really been feeling the call to talk about it. I felt called to come live yesterday and talk about it, and I just didn't. And this is something that I've talked about prior. I've talked about it over the last few energy updates, but I really want to dedicate its own video because it's really going to start becoming apparent here soon. So something that I've talked about several times is how let me remind you that I'm reading as of this now moment at any time that I'm reading. So this may shift, it may speed up, it may slow down, it's all dependent upon the collective. But as of right now, around 2023 is when we're going to start seeing with our physical eyes other galactic beings or other beings in general, not just galactic, right? Or aliens. I mean, we're alien. We are an alien. Other beings, other races walking amongst us. And 2023, 2024, around that time frame is when that at this moment is what I am told by the guides is when it will start to happen. Now, what I have mentioned many, many times, though, is that the powers that be are going to start releasing information about aliens. And they've already started doing this. There's been several articles released about the Galactic Federation of Light, which is also a collective that I channel. But the guides want to make something very, very clear. That while, yes, more and more people will see us more in the third eye standpoint, and they will have more encounters, and they will see more ships and things like that, it is because of the veil being pretty much non-existent, and more and more people's third eyes awakening, them seeing things, their awareness expanding. But it is going to happen in a way that is serving to us as a collective. They're not going to reveal themselves or do things in a way that is going to create a shock and awe or that is going to be disruptive on our system. They already know how our nervous system is. They already understand how the powers that be, is what we're going to call them, use manipulation, use that energy of control. That is not how they're going to go about this. The other races and beings that have been here helping us all along will come in when we are ready and when we are prepared. Now, is the information that's going to be revealed, is there truth to it? Yes. Not, again, I'm going to keep telling you that they always say not everything is true, but there's truth in everything. But the way that they're going to be releasing information is to invoke fear. It is for you to fear interaction with them, communication with them, to fear them in general. And so they are going to start doing things and releasing information and even creating false distractions and definitely giving false information. Again, because they want to invoke fear in you. They want people who maybe are not like you and I, people that really don't understand what we connect to, right? And maybe those people are your family members. Maybe that's you and you're just now finding me or finding this video because you're searching for aliens. So my point is that the beings that we're connecting to, it's all about your intention. It's all about what are you trying to do, right? So the collectives that I channel are of the highest love and light. They are here to serve and to protect and to guide. And as I mentioned on the energy update, the Galactic Federation of Light is an army of light, if you will, that is designated to protect Gaia from nuclear bombs, from things that are meant to destroy the planet. Their main goal is to protect the planet from destruction. So while there also will be reports that we are going to have huge asteroids or things coming at us, that's going to be revealed too. But I did not bring that forth in my energy update for a good reason, because while there may be an effect from those coming closer than any other one has to our planet, we're not going to die. The planet is not going to disintegrate. It's not going to be made to be a doomsday thing the way that it's being made out to be. Will we see effects from asteroids coming close, from the solar storms that have been and are continuously happening? Absolutely. But please be mindful of anyone who's coming forth to talk to you in a way that is completely fear-based, giving intentional information in a way to invoke fear in you, telling you that they're not safe, telling you these things. The powers that be and the ones who are feeding you the information, that is what you need to be discerning. Where are you getting this information from, and does it resonate with you? Does it feel true to you? And if it does, that's fine too. That's your truth. But please be mindful of the information that you're taking in and the things that you are consuming. As I talked about on the energy update, what we consume from all sources has an impact on us, right? Just because you're listening to something, if you're not in your presence, if you're not in your discernment and awareness of what it is you're listening to, it can be very easily be programmed into you, right? Because if you're just doing other things and you're just letting this, news broadcast run, you're absorbing that into your subconscious. So it's not just about being mindful of what we eat and put in our body, but what we consume in all ways, and being discerning about what it is that you are hearing, and then also sharing, right? Because that's often what we do. We spread the word, we spread the message. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you really want to be in integrity and alignment with your information. So to bring this conversation around so it's not a super long video, is yes, they are going to be in the next 6 months, if not sooner. There's going to be a whole lot of disclosure on aliens. There's going to be a whole lot of disclosure about they're working with galactic races and other races that aren't galactic, other beings, other races of species is what they'll pretty much call it. And yes, there will be some truth in it, but you have to remember that any narrative that they put out there is going to be spun away to create fear and prevent you from wanting to communicate with other beings who are only here to serve us and to serve humanity. So don't buy into the hype. Yes, there are ships in the sky. Yes, sometimes they are seen, right? But there's also falsity around that as well. There's also things that are being put out there purposely, again, to invoke fear. So they really wanted me to just come on and talk about that because there's a lot of media already starting to be released. There's a lot of stories that are already starting to show up, and there's already people feeling that uncertainty in the collective. And so if you know those that hear these stories, that see those things, you can refer them to me, or you can just share with them that we need to not be in fear of these beings, that they are not here to hurt us. They are not here to do anything but to serve us and to help us. So I hope you guys have an amazing night wherever you are, and I will see you on the next video.